make Ryan Williams mad because it happened in a loss, but Annie Brady, who's now an assistant coach, she had a double-double one night against San Jose State, but she really had a triple-double. She had 10 offensive rebounds, 13 rebounds, let 23 set the school record. It was a phenomenal performance by her that night. And then team-wise, I think it was back at the Mountain West Tournament in 22 when they knocked off a favored New Mexico team, and they could shoot the lights out, but they played really good perimeter defense and pulled that upset off. And then they had UNLV on the ropes in the championship game. So, and that season was the one where McKenna really finally started to really establish herself, that she was a force in the league. So that was a really fun team to watch.
I remember watching that 2022, those games in that Mountain West tournament, and just being like, oh, they can do it. Like, it was a heartbreaker at the end, but like, what an amazing run for that group.
No, and it was. It really, they kind of came together, and you saw roles. You saw people really take on their roles and not just accept them, but embrace them. And that's what made that team special. Everybody knew what they were supposed to do. Ryan got the best out of that team that year, and McKenna really shot off.
And I remember one of the most entertaining things about that team, I felt like, was watching the women's games. Like, you can just tell they love each other so much, and it makes the team so much more fun to watch when they have that kind of off-the-court chemistry as well.
And it's kind of interesting because now in this day and age, teams don't stay together as long. You got a lot of people coming in the transfer portal, but I've seen that with this team. I've been around them since the summer, come to practices and watch them kind of come together, and you see how well they get along just when they're in the hallways, when they're walking around. This is a team that's pretty tight going into the first game already.
That's great to hear. And one of your biggest roles here at Colorado State is you have to kind of find the storylines and dig in each individual team what their story might be. What are a few of the storylines you think will come out of this team?
I like watching the development of Hannah Ronsick through the years. She showed up here, she was a sniper, and everybody knew that. She was a really good three-point shooter, but she was kind of iffy on defense. You see her growth and development where she's all defensive team last year, and it was funny because at the tournament when it got announced, Ryan announces it in front of the team and goes, you guys aren't going to believe this, but this one's all defensive team. Everybody laughed because they saw it. They saw her development through that. I'm really excited to watch her play her senior year and see everything she's done. Marta's another one. I think people forget Marta struggled a little bit offensively last year, but if you go back to 2 years ago, the last half that year, she was double digits all the time. And I'm not talking 10, 12, it was 15 to 20. She was a big force in that. So if she comes back close to that, she's also a very strong defensive player. So this is a really good defensive team.
Yeah, those are two girls that I've loved getting to know over the years, so I'm really excited to see how their senior season goes.
Now, I wonder why. You kind of grew up with them a little bit. You saw them come up, yeah.
They're two of the few that are left that I was around for, so it was fun to interview Marta last week for RamsLive and chat with her, and awesome. But this is the first game of the year, so what importance does the first game have for setting the tone for the rest of the season?
I think you nailed it on the head. You really want to set a tone, but you also want to get a feel for this is what we believe we've done well in practice. Can we do it against another team? Are we as physical as we think you are? And I think when you bring in somebody like Maddie and Lexi down in the low post, you've got some players that can give you some physical nature. And you got some depth at the post, physical play in the post, which they really didn't have last year. I also want to see the continued development of the two fabulous freshmen from last year, Chloe and Brooke. That's neat. But they're also expecting big things from Lexis Bargesser. She didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of scoring in Indiana, but she was a high school phenom, lit up scoreboards. They're going to give her a chance to do that, and she's done that in the exhibitions, so they're going to give her some freedom to be a really good offensive player.
It's fun to see some of these players on the men's and women's side that come from bigger schools and then come at Colorado State and really shine, and you can see how well they can do in the right environment.
But again, you've got to get people in here to understand what their roles are going to be, and again, embrace them. And everybody do their part. And I think that's the first part of what a first game is. Okay, we know what our roles are. Now let's do them. Let's see how this all kind of comes together. It's a long season. It's just a start, but it gives you a foundation for where you go on from the future.
Absolutely. I think that's some spot-on insight, Mike. And we'll be back with some more Rams Live. Mike will still be here right after this to break down some more women's basketball.
Go Rams. I do like this setting.
Yeah.
Like when I watched it last night, that's a cool backdrop when you see it on video. Yeah. like the men's game last night, there were kids here that you could have kind of.
They filtered in kind of later than I expected.
At least you don't have a boring meeting. Yeah, they seem kind of perplexed by being on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know who we're supposed to interview this week. I mean,
Yeah, I also right. I don't think he comes yet either.
I guess Becky Hammond's going to be on.
That's what he said. I'm gonna ask him Bedard because he mentioned something about wanting to be on the show, and I told Ryan he's like ask him. So
Yeah, I would love to have Ryan on the show. He's funny.
that's what he said.
Yeah,
He's like you invite him Bedard, we'll just have a love fest up there. I was like, that's fine with me.
I love him because he's such a smart ass.
Yeah, I really like him. I worked with him a lot when I was fighting that like Colton hack the track thing, and he's awesome.
And I ran into Todd Baranauer today. He was out of practice, football practice.
Yeah.
I love that. Have you ever been over to the Powerhouse, the engineering building? It is phenomenal.
I'd love to see it. That's cool.
And then talk them into letting you see the places you're not supposed to go. The basement is.
Oh, I bet.
There's so much cool shit there.
Oh, I bet. That's like a way I wish my brain worked better. You know, like I'm so not an engineering or like math person,
I am
but
not
it's
a
so
STEM person.
interesting. Oh, me either. You know, that's why we're doing this. Right? My brother is like, I think he majored in like biology and chemistry in college. He totally, I think he should have been an engineer. That's like, he would be really good at that. But just like, I don't know what you're saying. My mom always jokes because we're twins. She's like, you each got like the opposite traits.
You have a
and
twin
everything.
brother? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's driving my car and my dog
Yeah.
out next week.
So is he going to stay for a couple days?
I don't think so. He has to work on Monday. So I think him and his girlfriend are going to spend the night in Denver and like go out and do something. But that's it.
Yeah. So are they going to fly back home then? Well, that's cool that he's driving out with somebody else so he doesn't have to do it all.
Yeah, my mom was like, I don't want either of you to live there. So
How is she doing today?
she's okay. It's
Yeah.
like things have, like he went back into ASIN today, which they said they expected, like it'll be like one
Right.
step forward, 2 steps back. So I think that was a little shocking for
Yeah.
her. So we'll see. She was
Probably
gonna
just
go
to see it
home
happen
for a
again.
while. Yeah, and he's like all tuned up, which is just
Yeah.
like tough to see. But yeah, I'm glad that his kids are there, so she can like. I think today for like the first time she was gonna like go home and like walk the dogs and just like
Yeah.
chill for a second, not like be there from 5 a.m. to midnight. It's like he's gonna be in the ICU for the next week at least. So. It's crazy.
One minute. What? You want me to turn it off?
There's nothing to turn off on it.
Can I just sit here like this the rest of the time? Just for you?
Welcome back to Rams Live. We're counting down, getting closer and closer to this game to tip off. They're facing Weber State, a somewhat familiar foe. They played in 2021 and they won at home 76-60. You've gotten to know a lot of these players and the coaches on this team, like throughout the time that they've been a part of the roster. What stands out to you about this group from what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I think we touched on it earlier, the camaraderie that they already have at an early session. But I also think they're very in tune with what each other does best, and that plays well on the floor. They try to get each other in really good situations for what they can do. You will see the players work motion-wise offensively to give Brooke lanes so she can drive. or give Brooke lanes where she can see and then get a good pass off. They set each other up well for perimeter shots. They do a lot of things that complement each other. And the other thing that's really important, I know Ryan likes to talk about what a great offensive player he was back in his day. He's very in tune with what happens defensively. They're going to do some switching. They do a lot of that, and you've seen them work with that a lot in practice, and it's gone really well. If they're very in tune communication-wise defensively, this will be a really strong team.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I think it's always so fun to see how well they work together off the bat with such short time. And it says a lot about who they are as players. And like you said, setting each other up, like kind of selflessness as a teammate as well, like being able to create those opportunities for other people.
Yeah, and I think that's what you do when you spend so much time together in the summertime, is you learn those things, especially like when you're Alexis Bargesser and you're coming in, or you're a Maddie Bragg. It's like, I know this is what I do, but now I'm playing with new teammates. What can I do to help them? And they, in turn, will learn what they can do to help you. It's especially for somebody that's going to have the ball in their hands a lot, like Lexus, like Brooke. They need to know what how they move, where they move to, what shots they like, where they want a ball in terms of them feeding it to them. And so that's what the summer month really is. That's what that time was all about. And it really came together pretty well.
You mentioned that you saw some summer practices and you attended the exhibition game against South Dakota. What kind of stood out to you during that game?
We saw the exhibition game here. South Dakota, I think they went on the road with that one. Is that, or I got to mix? Anyhow, again, it was just the initial point of going, how well are they going to communicate on defense? And that was really good to see, is that seemed pretty much in tune. They didn't give up more than 9 points in any quarter. They were really locked in that way. And then offensively, the ball movement was great, no matter who had the ball in their hands. It was also fun to watch Lexus and Brooke on the court at the same time. They're different style of point guards, but and I know Brooke wasn't feeling well that night. She still had 8 assists. That's kind of what she does. She brings energy. She's better defensively, I think, initially from what I saw in just that one game. I think Chloe is too. Chloe's interesting to me because, like we talked earlier about Annie's great ability to offensive rebound, Chloe brings that with her. She's got a grit and a toughness to her. She's got a nose for the ball on the offensive end, and Ryan loves players like that.
You recently did a story on Lexus and Coach Linda. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was kind of funny to me. So, I talked to Ryan about how the recruitment went, and we were in the office, and he was like, yeah, this is a player we really want. I said, who are you talking to? And he goes, well, we found this old coach you used to work with in Indiana. That was Cy, because Rico knew her. And the next thing you know, a week later, Cy's on his staff. And I'm like, how did that come together? So it was kind of fun. The recruitment of one player became a player and a coach. And I felt bad for Alexis a little bit. It's like nobody told her that they were adding Cy, and they kind of messed with her on that. And Ryan joked. He goes, it was all about Lexus. I didn't want to ruin the moment, so I wasn't going to tell her. But no, it's neat. You can tell those two have a very special connection. Cy is not her position coach, but she is somebody that gives her confidence, somebody she can go to and talk to and feed off of.
Yeah, and how nice to come into a new program and have a familiar face like that.
She did mention that it helps her make comfortable. And the funny thing was during the recruitment process, her mom had said, oh, Cy is our favorite coach. We're so glad we talked to her. And deep down, Ryan knew he was going to offer her a job, but he kind of kept it on the down low. But it's kind of neat how that works.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I loved that story. It was fun to read. Thank you so much for joining Rams Live. Mike will be back with me for the football Rams Live on Saturday, so not quite
for
done
snow
this
days.
week. Snow days. We love snow days. I'm excited to see.
60-degree snow days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you won't be hitting the rail jam. We did confirm that already.
Yeah.
But
I thought you were.
No, not quite.
Okay.
We'll be back with more Rams Live after this. My interview with Coach Ryan Williams will play after the break.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Thanks.
How are the interviews going?
It was good yesterday.
Well, they were also talking about the fact that they made it live on the big screen. They don't want that to be fixed. They're up by 2.
Hey Ram fans, I'm here with Marta Lamina, a senior guard from Latvia on the women's basketball team. Here with Brandon Rechsteiner, a junior guard transfer from Virginia Tech. Marta, what are you most excited for with this upcoming season?
Thanks for having me. I'm most excited about seeing how all our work together as a team can transform into Moby, and I'm really excited to see the fans. I've missed them a lot, so I'm really, really excited to see how we blend in together all together. So yeah.
Brandon, you guys are coming off of an exhibition game against a top-ranked Creighton team. What did your guys' team take away from this experience?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. We have a lot of areas to grow, especially myself. Gotta keep getting better as a point guard and a leader of the team. But nonetheless, we didn't hit many shots, and we were in the game, and we didn't execute how we wanted to. So, a lot of good takeaways.
And you've been a part of the team. This is going to be your senior season, and you've been here since you're a freshman. How would you explain Moby Madness to somebody who had no idea what it was?
Moby Madness is when we try to bring everyone together and just excite the fans that come. I mean, like, Moby Madness is a pretty big thing. I don't think anyone else in the conference has anything like it. I think you have to come and experience it to fully understand what it is. But I don't know, my 4 years here, I'm really, really excited to see my 4th year here and see how we've upped the game in that area.
And when you were in the transfer portal weighing out your options, what were the things that stood out about Colorado State?
Just seeing what they've done, winning, and then also with the player development. When I was in the portal, I kind of wanted to find a place where I could go and win, but also get developed and showcase what I've been working on. And when Kyan left, it was like a clear opportunity. Like, there's no other better spot. So.
You've been here for 4 years, and like you said, you've experienced some Moby Madness. Do you have a favorite specific memory that sticks out more than the others?
Yeah, I think one memory that really sticks out is from last year when we beat Gonzaga. We were down 20 at half, and I think everyone was kind of down, even the fans and the team. We were like, okay, like, yeah, let's pick it up. But I don't know, we felt pretty down. But just having that last second shot and winning that game and seeing how fans reacted to that, and just that brings so much energy to the team as well. So I don't think I'll ever forget that game.
I feel like Moby Madness is kind of like an extra player that you have on your side.
Yeah, it's like the 6th player on the court. It was amazing, honestly. Like, I was on the court at that moment and I was just like kind of shaking. Like, my passes were like, ooh. But yeah, it was something unreal.
There's a lot of new faces on the roster this season. What are some of the things that you guys have been doing to build team chemistry?
Yeah, we've done a lot. I mean, from like last night, almost all of us, we went to eat at Culver's after practice. Earlier in the summer, we were doing a lot more. Now that we have classes and practices, we're not doing as much unless it's on the weekends. But we were playing airsoft, going out to eat, just stuff like that. So it's been good.
And what have you heard about Moby Madness, and what are you kind of expecting the environment to be like on Monday night?
I'm hoping it's really good. I've heard it gets crazy. I heard it's a smaller arena. Obviously, I'm in there every day, and I heard it just gets packed out and it's loud. I went to a volleyball game, and it was the most packed out volleyball game I've been to. I think it was the season opener. It was crazy. So I'm hoping it's gonna be good. I mean, I know they show out, so I'm looking forward to it.
Do you have any message to Ram fans who want to come out and watch you guys play this next week?
Yeah, bring out your best game. I mean, we are going to bring out ours. We need you as that 6th player on the court, and honestly, we couldn't do it without you.
Man, I just want, hopefully y'all show out, and, let's get the momentum started for the season, because I think it could be a really special year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brandon.
I appreciate you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. I'm here with President Amy Parsons.
Hey, Ruby.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
Here we are back in Moby.
Back in Moby. You got to kick off Moby Madness last night with a men's basketball win. How was
Man,
that?
I tell you what, that win last night was awesome. So fun to see Ollie's first game as head coach. I mean, I'm just so proud of him, so proud of this team. And you see what the team we've got this year? We got some exciting players on that.
I know.
That was a
5 players
strong
in double
win.
digits.
Yeah, the
So
student
awesome.
section was great. Everybody was thrilled. It's just so much fun to see this team back in action.
It is so great. And I feel like since he's been hired, Ram fans have just been like on the edge of their seat for that moment. Right?
100%. Yeah, he's a fan favorite. I mean, we all know him, and to see him succeed like last night and the season I know we're going to have, it's just incredible.
So exciting to be back here for the women's team
Yeah.
as well. They get to kind of roll off of that win last night.
I've been so excited to come here tonight. Like, I love our women's team. I love women's basketball. This is really our first chance to see them on the court and to see this team. So many great returning players. I just can't wait to see them back in action and see their growth this year.
I know, we were talking about Hannah and Marta earlier, and
Man.
just like two great girls and great basketball players.
Hannah and Marta are going to have big years.
Yeah.
They're going to have big years.
So exciting. And it's a big week for you. We got snow days starting on Friday. There's a lot on the docket. What are you most excited for?
It
out
is
of all
a big
that?
week, Ruby. I'll be seeing you all along the way, I think. Yeah, starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is our snow days, and I think this is going to be a great new tradition for CSU. I mean, Saturday we have a whole rail jam that's going to be built outside on the IM
so
field.
excited for
I've
that.
heard we've got over 100 students who are going to be competing in it.
Oh, I'm sure we have some
on their
talent
skis
out
and their
there.
boards. So we're going to see them out there flying through the air. We're bringing in snowmaking, partnering with Altera. So even though snow hasn't hit Colorado, we're bringing the snow on Saturday, and all leading into our big UNLV football game. So one of our last big home games. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But even starting on Friday, we've got the whole weekend is geared around outdoor industry. So we're hosting industry panels on outdoor industry. We have Congressman Nagoose coming in, like all eyes on Colorado's outdoor industry and the role that CSU plays in that. It's going to be really interesting and just a lot of fun. Even ski movies on Friday night outside.
That'll be fun.
It's gonna be
We've got
awesome.
Some apple cider and
Yes.
snacks and stuff. That'll be
Yeah,
great.
and a big vendor village. So vendors from all different kinds of outdoor sports going to be here on campus.
I saw about the vendor village yesterday. I didn't know about that before. I'm like, that is
Yeah.
such a cool addition to the snow days.
Yeah, like gear and apparel and everything else all coming into CSU.
Just hang out, spend all day watching the rail
Yeah.
jam, the vendor village. the
That's
movie.
right.
It'll be great.
And we're giving away icon passes
That'll be great.
all throughout, like at the industry
Come on,
panels,
come on.
vendor village, at the tailgates. Even at the game, we're giving out icon passes. And then we play basketball on Sunday. We have a doubleheader.
Yep.
Women at 1, men at 4.
I know. When are we going to sleep, Amy?
I don't know when we're going to sleep. But I also know, and you know this, that we're expecting to be able to host Becky Hammond on Saturday night.
So exciting.
I mean, she's a superstar out of CSU, obviously national champion coach right now. So we're going to be able to honor her out on the field at football on Saturday night. I'm so excited, so honored that she's going to be here with
That's
us.
a big deal. I was like jumping for joy when I heard that
Me too.
information. She's just like, what an icon in women's sports, and so happy that she's a Ram.
She's the absolute best. So proud of her. Can't wait to see her here on campus.
It'll be so great. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you, what inspired the tradition of starting snow days here at CSU?
Well, we have Ag Day, and Ag Day is such an important tradition for us, really focusing on our ag roots. So we're thinking the other aspect of this is our outdoor roots. We've got the mountain campus, we've got the campus in Mexico. Like, we're leaders in the outdoor industry space, our natural resources. I mean, our extension all around the state of Colorado. We do design apparel, gear design, entrepreneurship. Like, it's really core to who we are and who we've always been. So what better way to shine a light on that than using one of our big home games, and we invite everybody in to see it. And who doesn't want to have a massive snowy rail jam out in the middle of campus and a tailgate? It's just awesome.
And I
Yeah.
feel like it's such a big reason why students come to Colorado State, as well as that
It is.
outdoor experience.
Yeah, and Fort Collins, I think, is one of the best outdoor cities in the world. So shine a light on it.
I totally agree with you, Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I know you have obviously a very busy schedule, so stopping by Rams Live tonight.
You too. Thanks, Ruby. I'll see you all through the week.
Yes, enjoy
Yeah.
the women's basketball game, and I'll see you at
Thanks.
Snow Days.
All right, sounds good. Go
We'll
Rams.
be back with more Rams Live after this. Welcome back to Rams Live. We are just 15 minutes away from this women's basketball season opener kicking off in Moby Arena. Thank you so much for tuning into Rams Live. It was a great show. We had Mike Brohard breaking down some stuff, showing us all the storylines from the women's basketball team this season. And of course, Amy Parsons. It's always such a joy to have her on Rams Live talking about snow days. Snow days kicking off on Friday with the Rail Jam outside of the LSC Vendor Village movie night. We've got it all leading into the football game against UNLV on Saturday night. It's going to be a late night in Canvas Stadium for all of us, kicking off at 7:30, debuting those awesome Snow Days jerseys. And Snow Days merch is on sale now, so you definitely want to get your hands on that. Leading into the men's basketball, women's basketball doubleheader on Sunday. If you're a Ram fan this week, you have a lot on your calendar. It's going to be great. Women's basketball's next Rams Live on the hardwood is December 4th against Utah. So you definitely want to tune in then. We've got people walking into Moby. We're about to start. The seats are starting to get filled up. And we'll be back with more Rams Live December 4th against Utah. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Ruby Kaiser.